There are two things athletes battle with almost on a daily basis. One is dehydration, the other one's glycogen depletion. We're going to focus on dehydration today. What are the consequences with regard to dehydration? You know, a 2% loss is up to 10% decline in performance, a 5% loss is a 30% decrease in work capacity. And part of the problem is that we've tried to educate our athletes on how important hydration is, and we seem to be doing, a poor job of it in general as strength and conditioning and sports performance people. We want our athletes to weigh in and weigh out, and typically we get them to weigh in, and what happens is they don't weigh out, and so they can't possibly know what their fluid lost is, because all they have is the weigh in. The typical fluid loss in a game or practice is about 1 to 3 liters of sweat, per hour, and that's about 2 to 8 pounds. And this is a large amount of fluid. A typical lineman, for example, in the NFL would lose about 5.8 liters per practice, which is a sodium loss of 5 to 14 grams. And if he doesn't replace that, then he's literally in a situation where the chance for him to pull, strain, or tear, is much greater. And in addition to that, his agility, his endurance, his speed, his power is also going to decline. So, it's imperative for us to look at this in such a way that we're educating them and teaching them about the importance of knowing how to get that fluid back in. And one of the ways that we can do that is talk about it in terms of fluid loss, not weight. This isn't about scale weight, it's not about fat weight, it's not about muscle, it's literally about fluid. And if we can get them to understand by weighing in and weighing out, they can go to a hydration station and select a post-recovery drink that has both carbohydrates and electrolytes, and then focus in on the electrolyte drinks like a Pedialyte or the Right Stuff. These things are rich in electrolytes and actually help the fluid get into the cell, which creates that fluid balance that's much needed. And this protects now the athlete from pulls and strains and tears. It allows that muscle to be adaptable to speed changes and power changes. It's a much safer muscle and creates a better situation for the athlete. We need to teach them this, and if we do, then we'll be successful in proper hydrating.
To get your weekly dose of applied sports science updates, go to CoachMePlus.com and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. That's CoachMePlus.com.